Hello and welcome to the Arcade Football Podcast. It's episode 13 of season 3, series 3. Let's not do that again. I'm joined in the studio by the two Matt Thowney.
Good evening.
Matt Tye.
Hello.
We've got a lot of Premier League stuff to go to. It's International Week, which is a bit of a setback for us because it makes everything a bit slower, doesn't it?
It's our Achilles heel.
Yeah, just when the seasons were getting interesting and
it's like the January transfer window, slow news week.
Yeah. Yeah. But yes, lots of Premier League stuff to go to. There was Derby Day yesterday with the Manchester Derby and the North East Derby. There was a huge win for Norwich on Saturday.
I did not think we'd be saying that this year.
No, didn't think we were saying that, no. There was a big game. Well, it wasn't a massively important game, but a really entertaining game at St Mary's yesterday. But let's start in the top 4 race, I think. That's probably where most stuff's happened this weekend. So we'll start on the Saturday. The early game was at Goodison, Everton and Arsenal. Everton are on the outskirts possibly of a Champions League place if they continue some good form. And Arsenal were slowly on the decline. I didn't expect an Arsenal win, did you?
No. I think when we all predicted it, I think we either went for a draw or an Everton win.
Yeah, we all went for a draw because I remember Carl saying that, we were all predicting that Arsenal were out the title race. So,
yeah, I thought Everton were poor. They were really poor on Saturday.
I kind of watched, because when I went to the Chelsea West Ham game and they had obviously the second half in sort of like the concourse bits, and I was speaking to my dad, like, how bad were Chelsea on last weekend if they lost to this Everton side? Because Everton couldn't really string 3 passes together.
It was the Everton were brilliant against Chelsea last week, and against Arsenal they were just dreadful. It was the complete opposite.
But the commentators were saying, and it's probably the most inconsistent Everton side they've seen, because they can do like a really good performance against Chelsea, but then they'll struggle in the league.
That's been the problem for the game. Probably summed up the season, as you say. They've gone from the best moment of the season, best moment they've had maybe in 2 years, that Chelsea win with Lukaku's stunning goal, and then they've lost again. So top 4's out of their reach.
They're like the yo-yo team of the Premier League. They're not going to go down, but they keep doing these performances.
They fluctuate between Europe and mid-table.
Is the pressure now on Martinez because it's been a bad season for
It's
Everton?
got to be. It's got to be.
They've got to hope for Europe next season, or else he could be out of a job.
Well, it's not even that. It's this side is you would say their best side they've had since they got 4th place in 2005. Yeah. And I'd say it's their best side, and they're 12th in the league, conceding more goals than even like Watford and Swansea and Crystal Palace. Like,
one of the important things I think for Everton this season, and Martinez obviously agrees because he's dropped him, but John Stones he's had a bad season. John Stones, considering last season he was one of the best Premier League defenders. The whole Chelsea thing
kind of makes 45 million well not spent.
It does now, yeah. I think it probably unsettled him. He didn't want to be at Everton this season. If he'd have gone to Chelsea, he'd probably done well for Chelsea. You can see he doesn't want to play for Everton anymore.
Yeah,
it shows a bit of a character about him, because say if I was John Stones and Chelsea came in with a £45 million bid and Everton said, look, no, I would have wanted to try and put in a better performance, so it'd almost come to the summer that they would have no choice and have to sell me, because some of the money that's being offered is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
He's kind of done
He's had a tantrum, really.
He's done a Berahino.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that much.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
he hasn't put any tweets up saying I'm never going to play for him again, then come back. But
he has had arguments with fans.
He has.
Yeah.
I haven't saw this, but I've been told of one incident this season where he's done a turn on the edge of his own box and the Everton fans have started booing him.
Oh, that was against City.
Yeah, and he's just sort of put his hand up like, I know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Don't do a turn on your edge of the box. That's the biggest problem he's got. He's too cocky.
That's something he's sort of like done throughout his progression. Even when he was still at Barnsley, he's confident enough on the ball in that area that he will get past the attacker.
There's too confident sometimes.
Yeah.
But looking at Arsenal, like, fair play to them going to Goodison at the end of the day and getting the result.
Well, your prediction of
despite Everton's form, Goodison is still a tricky place to go. If they can get the fans behind them, then you never know what Everton's going to turn up.
They're severe outsiders for the Champions League, the
Premier League title. Yeah, and I'll still stick by what I say. The moment they lose, that's it for me. Like, because I think the time when they lose or drop points is when Leicester and Tottenham are still picking up the points.
Well, the next 2 games at home to Watford, and they should win that game, you would think, but away to West Ham after that, that's going to be the one. That's going to be the tough one for them, I think.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I called Arsenal's season way back in November.
You did.
When you were like, Arsenal are going to certainly be top 2 winning the league, and I was like, no, judge them in February, March, because they always have the mid-season collapse.
I think
boom.
I think Arsenal this season has been the one thing that people could predict in the whole season. Well, and Villa.
I think the most unpredictable one out of the top 4 this is probably Manchester City.
So you predicted Leicester to be top?
No, no, I'm talking about like the teams that are in the top 4 right now.
The drop of form.
Yeah,
the drop. Yeah.
Understood what you meant. But yeah, so Arsenal picked up a win over Everton. So Everton were now out of the Champions League race, should say. Time to 3 o'clock. Chelsea, West Ham. Matt Tye, you were there. Is a point a good point for Chelsea in that situation?
Considering West Ham's away form against some other big teams, their general form overall and our current form, I would have taken a point straight away.
I mean, West Ham were unlucky not to go 4th place, really. They'd have won that game, they'd have gone 4th place. And you'd have to say, with City faltering, Man United, you don't know whether they're coming or going. Do you know what I mean? They're so indecisive, it seems. As you say, Chelsea, I wouldn't say you're going to get a Champions League place now.
Oh,
no,
God,
gosh, no.
West Ham have got to be one of the favourites for 4th place now.
Yeah,
they are.
But the thing is, it's like Leicester in December. Everyone was still saying they'll fall apart. They're going to say the same with West Ham, despite them being on 50 points and 3 points off Southampton. I still think they're going to finish 7th.
I think we'll find there's always something in the last weekend of the season where you're like, this is the interesting point. This is what everyone's focusing on. Whether it's relegation, the title race. I think it'll be 4th place this season. I think the title race will be sewn up because Leicester have got the 8-point advantage.
I don't think it will. We'll get onto that in a bit.
Because West Ham don't exactly have 2 good fixtures to come back after the international break. Granted, they're out of form, but it's still a London derby against Crystal Palace. And then, like we mentioned, they've got the early home game against Arsenal.
I think they can get 2 wins out of it, though.
They could get 2 wins, but they won't be easy.
No, it won't be. And it will depend on the likes of Payet. If he gets injured for France in the international break, he's back in the French squad now. If he gets injured and he's out for the rest of the season, West Ham's top 4 hopes are over. Yeah,
because Dimitri Payet is by far this season, that despite how many assists Ozil and Riyad Mahrez has got, Dimitri Payet is one of the most creative players I've seen in a very long time.
What would you value him as right now?
35 mil.
35.
Based on this season, what I've seen, 35 mil.
Well, to be fair, from his record, he's been doing what he's done this season in France for 2 to 3 years. So.
Yeah.
But it's that he's come over here and done it.
Yeah, that's a big
like
difference.
So many players like Cabella, who done well in France, have come over here and couldn't even score.
He was playing for Newcastle.
Half the Newcastle squad is back in France on loan because like the likes of Cabella and Revier just couldn't crack it.
Yeah. So West Ham got a point at the bridge, which might be valuable to him at the end of the season. We moved on to Sunday in terms of the top 4 race, and it was the Manchester derby, which took everyone's sort of attention. It wasn't even the best of games, I wouldn't say.
It wasn't at all.
United got the win, 1-0, tight win. Will Manuel Pellegrini be managing in the Europa League next season?
Will he be manager till the end of the season?
With City? Not Pellegrini, Guardiola. I knew what I meant. Yeah, Guardiola.
But thing is, I have a bad feeling that if they're not careful, he might even be gone before the end of the season. And the reason, because of that, they're going to think at some stage, we don't want to get in Europa League, we need to make a change now. And they'll panic and they might get rid of him.
Yeah, but who's going to come into a job for 2 games?
No, I completely understand what that the likelihood of it happening is really unlikely. But yeah, they've got rid of managers with 5 games to go.
No, I understand what you're saying, but because of Guardiola's already signed his contract, that's definitely going to happen. The only way it's going to happen is if Pellegrini goes and you see David Platt take over.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to come in for a job for a month.
Which I can see happening if Manchester City lose another game and West Ham pick up a win, say on that weekend, because that is when you've really got to think are they really going to carry on?
I know what you're saying, but I'm not sure how helpful it would be.
It wouldn't be helpful.
If they would have done it, I could, and he wasn't in charge of New York City, I would have seen Patrick Vieira giving it, because that's kind of what they're building towards him, with him in charge of New York City.
I'm very surprised that Vieira isn't joining Guardiola's backroom staff as his assistant or something like that.
No, I don't know.
I could see that happening if it doesn't work out in New York.
I don't know where I saw it, but I saw a brief murmur that Poyol might be coming with him.
Yeah.
But we've got to give credit to Man United at the end of the day, which I hate doing. But like, what is it? Van Gaal has put faith in the youngsters throughout the entire season. Someone highlighted, but one thing I did hate what someone said was, you've got to give him credit because he's done it throughout the season. Fair play, but you can't tell me that they've done well.
Well, the thing is,
they haven't.
With young players who have not got the experience in the Premier League, you're going to have an inconsistent season. There's going to be some games where they're brilliant. There's going to be some games where they're terrible. And that's what's happened, really, for United throughout the season. You saw the likes of... You've got Rashford now, who he had a great couple of games, and Liverpool in the Europa League, he was terrible twice, you know what I mean, in a week. I didn't see the game the weekend, but from what I'm told, he had a decent enough game against City. Yeah. Because Di Michelis was apparently just not even there.
Yeah.
But it's not just Rashford. You got the likes of Pereira, Jesse Lingard. Well, yes, Martial. I was thinking more the young talent being blooded through. Right. Yeah. It's going to happen. They're 18, 19 years of age. They're not going to be playing week in, week out the best of their abilities, because if they were, they'd be Dimitri Payet, Wayne Rooney at that age. You know what I mean?
Thing is that the moment, say in their next game, Everton beat Manchester United, again we're going to be getting articles through telling us that he could be getting the sack in the next few days. They've just won this derby. Yes, it's the biggest derby in British football, but all of a sudden everyone's like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. It's only a point at the end of the day, but that point could be the difference of him getting the sack at the end of the season and him in the job and not Mourinho.
Well, I think if a top 4 side is to, or a top 6 side is to lose their manager for the end of the season, if anyone, it would be United, because Mourinho's there to take over. City, you've got, as you say, Guardiola's coming in the summer. That's guaranteed. Arsenal, they're not just going to appoint someone like that if they sack Wenger. Do you know what I mean?
Slavan Bilic might go. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
But I could see, if anything, it'd be Van Gaal.
Even if they win the league, Ranieri, mate.
Well, Ranieri might be off to Italy. There's a lot of
I highly
doubt
that. I really do.
So the real winners of the weekend in the top 4 race, United or West Ham?
I would say United, because if they lost that or drew, then you would, a lot of people would then write off their chances.
Yeah.
West Ham, yes, it's a good point, but they would have known that a win, and they've sent City 5th all of a sudden. So
we'll move on to the relegation race before we talk about the title. Back onto Saturday again. Crystal Palace are losing a lot. Are they in the relegation race? We won't mention the win for Leicester yet, because we'll talk about it when we talk about the title. But are Palace dragged into this now?
Yes.
If they're not, then it will be because they've won back-to-back games after the international break. But at this precise moment, they're playing the worst football in the Premier League. And it's so weird looking at...
it's not you!
It is.
It's weird looking at a team that in October, November were one of the best teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, because before Christmas everyone's like, oh, they've got like an outside shot of Europa League.
No, even Champions League, because they were doing as well as West Ham.
Genuinely, I think if Palace, their form continues, whether they stay up or not, if their form continues to the end of the season, Pardew's out the job in summer. Because they've had a dreadful 6 months.
I think if they are where they are now, 4 or 17th, in one of those 2 places, he'll be sacked.
I'm talking more performances. The thing you guarantee with Palace, whether they win, lose or draw, you see a performance from them usually. Since Christmas, they've just been
lackluster.
Limp's probably the right word to describe them. It's just sort of like, okay, so Palace are there, yeah. Not exciting, not
the only
passionate.
player that's actually done decent from since Christmas is probably Scott Dan, and that's saying a lot when he's a defender and he's probably scored more goals than any other player. Like maybe Connor Wickham might be up there, but he's only had 2 good games.
And he scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
The big weekend result that shocked me more than anything, when you look at all the results, probably the most shocking was at the Hawthorns. West Brom were in a good run of form. Seemed like a home banker against a Norwich side that were just pretty.
I think we went for a draw though. We say home banker. I think we all went a draw.
I went 0-0 last on Match of the Day, and I think I was half right.
I actually went a Norwich win, but more because I just wanted Albion to lose. That wasn't me being knowledgeable. I'm not taking credit.
You got it on spite.
Yeah, more than. But Norwich did win. They got the 1-0 win. Can they actually stay up?
Yeah, of course they can.
If they take momentum from this game and from the other relegation game we'll talk about in a minute, then they've certainly got a good enough chance.
Well, I think, in my opinion, the thing that gives you more confidence isn't like a lot of people say scoring goals gives you back the confidence, but as a whole, I think, especially down there, what gives you more confidence than anything is keeping clean sheets.
Yeah.
They've got 2 on the bounce, which shows a solid defence.
4 points out of 6 in the last 2 games.
And I'm just thinking, if they get another clean sheet in their next game, that's 5. That's 5 points guaranteed then. So immediately you're looking at possibly dragging Palace into it and swapping places with them.
I think it's got to the position that the next round of fixtures, if Norwich get 3 points and both Newcastle and Sunderland lose, I think they're safe.
Yeah.
Because that'll open up a what will that open up? That'll open up 5-point gap over Sunderland with 6 games to go. Yes, it's not impossible, and to be fair, it's not even unlikely. But
you see, it
do you know what I mean? You could see it happening.
I mean, like what is it? I said at the beginning of the season, the bottom 3 would be, what is it? I don't think I said Villa down there, to be fair, but I did say Norwich would go down along with Sunderland.
Well, Norwich's next game is Newcastle at home.
And Sunderland's next game is West Brom. So we've got 2
games there.
2 big relegation games happening. Then.
Another thing to go against Norwich, though, would be the fact that both Sunderland and Newcastle have a game in hand.
Yeah, but
that may be a problem for.
But how I see it is that at this precise moment they've lost that game because they haven't played it.
No,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about that game because once they play it, then we actually know where they're at. But at this precise moment, the gap is 2 points above Sunderland and 3 above Newcastle.
Yeah. So Norwich got a big win. It all turned the attention. Well, are we going to talk about Swansea beating Villa? Swansea are safe now. Villa are down. Moving on.
In other news, the sun is yellow.
So we'll move to Newcastle Sunderland, the big North East derby, probably the biggest North East derby in the history of North East derbies. It felt like it.
And Twitter took the moment to comment that Rafa Benitez was wearing South Park socks.
Toy collector, isn't he? Newcastle Sunderland, they drew 1-1. Sunderland looked like they were going to win the game. From what I've read, I say I haven't saw this game, but from what I've read, they've actually played quite well.
It was a game of 2 halves.
It was a game of 2 halves. First half was solely Sunderland.
Yeah. Second and then Newcastle come back in the second.
Then with their equaliser, there was only really 1 team in it.
Yeah, but the equaliser came 6 minutes ago, something like that.
But Newcastle did look like they could nick it after a while because I think they had the ball went across the box at one stage, and you just thought Newcastle were going to put this in.
2-1. They're going to end their 6th straight derby defeat. No.
I think the difference between Newcastle and Sunderland going into the final 8 games of the season for them is the fact that Sunderland have got a proven Premier League goal scorer in Jermaine Defoe. That's what could prove influential.
That's certainly true, but I just got a feeling that Rafa Benitez has got a squad there that he can if he makes a solid unit, if he does what Norwich have done in their last 2 games, which I can see him doing, they'll stay up.
Thing is, even though he's only collected 1 point from his last 2 games, from his first 2 games, it's already sort of like a turnaround from where Newcastle
look more confident.
They look They look more like a team because a few weeks ago they went 1-0 ahead against Bournemouth and then lost 3-1. This Newcastle side, when they went 1-0 down to Sunderland, there was a fight back in them. But even when they were even when they lost against Leicester, there was still a chance. Everyone was like, they could actually nick a point here.
I mean, I bet you Benitez is very disappointed in the fact that there's now a week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever it is.
I don't think he'd be disappointed. I think that's more time to prepare and make it better.
How many players in the Newcastle squad are on international duty and not with the squad?
I think there's
got to be a fair few.
3, 4. I don't think there's that many.
There's not that many.
I'm talking about the starting lineup. I'm not talking about.
No, I know, but like the whole squad, there's got to be. I reckon about 6 or 7.
What are they playing for San Marino?
France probably, to be fair. But yeah.
Nah, mate, they've called up Kante and
Payet. Yeah. So Newcastle and Sunderland drew 1-1. Norwich the big winners of the relegation race, definitely. Before we go into the title race, a quick mention: Watford lost to Stoke at home, which was quite a intriguing result. Stoke always pick up results when
Stoke are now only 4 points off fifth.
Yeah.
So
Stoke are kind of in this Europe race now.
They're
4 points off West Ham and United, so that's a couple of results.
Yeah.
Southampton, Liverpool battled it out for Europa League football next season.
The best game of the weekend. It wasn't even on Sky Sports.
It happens like that. But if you've, we don't condone this, but you can watch these games if you really want to be fair. But yeah, Southampton, Liverpool at St Mary's. Liverpool were 2-0 up, cruising.
20 minutes to go.
What happened?
Sadio Mane came on and stole the show.
Was it that Mane came on and Southampton turned into this brilliant goal-scoring team, or was Liverpool just defending?
I think it was a bit of both.
A bit of both. Liverpool, in the last couple of years, Liverpool seem to have a track record of as long as we outscore the other team, we're fine.
I know
they're not renowned for grounding out 1-0 wins and having a defence that doesn't look beaten.
I know Jurgen. There's been a lot of uproar about Jurgen Klopp sort of on the pitch giving Benteke an earful, to say the least. And I know Alan Shearer on Match of the Day too wasn't particularly pleased with that. He didn't see why. If Liverpool are 2-0 up and they lose the game 3-2 with 20 minutes to go, just like they did, is it really your striker's fault?
No, it's the defenders.
Do you know what I mean?
From the match report says, Benteke did miss a couple of easy chances to sort of put the game.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though.
But at the end of the day,
when you're 2-0 up, you can miss those chances. Well, you should be able to miss those chances. If Aguero misses 2 chances in the Manchester derby, but they're 3-0 up, he isn't going to get criticised for it. Well, but because Benteke's not scoring, he's getting the criticism.
If it was Liverpool 1-2-1 still, but it was very close and Southampton were piling on the pressure and it was really, really sort of tense for Liverpool, then I can understand him having a go at him, because it's like you could have taken away all this tense. You've conceded 3 goals. It's not your striker's fault. Benteke's not there to keep goals out.
It's Mignolet's fault.
It's Mignolet's. The defence is pretty dreadful. So, yeah, those are your Premier League results. There's no Premier League for a couple of weeks.
You forgot 2 games.
We have forgot 2 games. Well, I say forgot.
The 2 biggest games of the weekend.
The title race, it was 2 wins. Leicester and Tottenham both got a win, but you would have to say now that Leicester are sort of grinding out results, Tottenham are in a position where it's, well, we'll do what we do and we hope Leicester makes up now.
Well, that's how they've got to think about it.
That's all it is. Because they can go they can play the early game. Right, if we get a good result here, that puts even more pressure on Leicester to get the result.
That's what they've got to do, is keep getting these results.
To be fair to Tottenham, again this weekend they were brilliant against Bournemouth. The first half,
Harry Kane now top scorer in the league. So.
That first half was probably the best I've saw Tottenham play for about, to be fair, it's probably the best half of football I've ever saw Tottenham play. They were absolutely brilliant against Bournemouth.
Thing is that, and this is where I think Leicester could slip up in the title race, is their last 3 games. If this goes down to really late on in the season, I think Tottenham will nick it.
Maybe. Well, what Leicester will be hoping for, because I know that, as you said, I know they got Chelsea last game of the season.
They got Everton and United as well.
What Leicester will be hoping for is that they've got an 8-point gap at the minute. Is it 8 point?
5, because Spurs won, so close the gap again. I'm just looking at the league now. So
is it 5? All right, 5-point gap. They'll be hoping that they can go into those final 2 games of the season or so with it. We need a point to win the league.
Yeah, I do.
Or final 3 games.
I do agree with that, but that's the thing. They've got to keep up that momentum until they've got another 7 games left. So that means, if you're going by what you say there, they've got to win all of their next 4 games.
Yeah, they have to. Whoever wins the league has to win all their games now.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And it's the same with everything else in the league.
If Leicester drop points, they won't be able to recover from it, I don't think. I think the momentum's taking them, the exhilaration, the sort of...
Riyad Mahrez is literally... he's like Hazard last season. He is carrying that team to the line
If Leicester suffer a really sort of downhearting defeat, if they lose a last-minute goal and lose the game, I don't think they'll be able to recover. Mentally, I don't think they'll be able to recover.
I don't know, because I thought that about the Arsenal game when they lost, but then they come back and beat Norwich 1-0. They've
picked up results, they've done really well, but I wouldn't say they've been the same since that Arsenal game in terms of their performances.
No, but
they haven't looked convincing.
But that's because it's got to that stage of the season now.
It's got to that nitty-gritty point where you need to ground out results.
Like sod 4-0. If you get it, do it, but don't worry
the entertainment fact, it's gone from being an entertainment factor to results factor.
Yeah. Well, what I would say, I bet Leicester are happy they don't have to play Tottenham at the minute. 'Cause if you put the two against each other at the moment, the way both teams are playing, Tottenham would win that game.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I think that the thing that summed it up for me is they done an interview with both Harry Kane and Jamie Vardy, asking about the title, and they said, "I would like to not score until next season and see us win the title." They both said that, and I was like, I'd like. That's a good thing to say.
To be fair to Jamie Vardy, he's not going to win the golden boot any chance this season now with Kane and Lukaku up there, so it doesn't really matter to him individually. To be fair, so he's not saying much there. So 2 weeks of non-Premier League action. I'm actually pretty gutted. Yeah, not gonna lie. It was starting to heat up at the top, the bottom, and the top 4.
I've got the MLS to keep me entertained, so
that's not too bad. But with international action comes an England squad, and there are injuries already. We haven't played yet. Joe Hart's not in the England squad. Well, he's been dropped out of the England squad for an injury, and uncapped Burnley goalkeeper Tom Heaton has been called up.
Raheem Sterling's also been dropped for picking up an injury in the Manchester derby, but he is yet to be replaced. Yet.
Who's out there that could replace him? That's not in that squad. A sort of attacking midfield.
Is it Oxlade?
Oxlade?
He's not fit, is he?
Oh no,
he got that injury against Barca.
Damn.
It's a problem.
All Brighton.
What? To be fair, all Brighton's been brilliant this season. So you might see Mark Noble get put in there, and Milner moved out wide.
Did you know they are the only side in the top half of the Premier League without a player in England squad?
Well, actually, to be fair,
that is disgusting.
To be fair, something I read the other day, and it was really
Wait,
weird.
Watford have a player in the England squad?
And it might be in the under-21s. That's what I think they were talking about.
Oh, in the England setup, yeah.
I think that's... I thought about it as well, but it must mean the England setup, because it was...
they have. They've got
Sky Sports.
He's Dutch.
See? We must think there's someone on loan to them.
Anyway, but it was on Sky Sports.
I'm trying to think of it.
And normally Sky Sports are telling the truth, so...
But yeah, one person that they could bring in, I read, speaking of West Ham, is the fact that apparently Roy Hodgson's looking at, for a sort of wild card pick for the Euros, he's looking at West Ham's Mikel Antonio.
Oh, because he recently turned down a call up to Jamaica because he wants to play for England.
He wants to play for England. He's in form. Now that Raheem Sterling's got an injury, he's the perfect man to put in that position, isn't he?
Stop doing that with your eyebrow.
If you can't see, he's raising his eyebrows. And Matt's just jealous that he can't.
I would enjoy Antonio being in the squad, because it's rare that you see someone... I mean, you got Vardy in there, but someone go from non-league football to a European Championships. So I mean, Antonio came through the Southern League, I believe it was.
Southern League, then got his chance in Nottingham Forest.
He went Nottingham Forest then.
Yeah. No, before Nottingham Forest, I think he was at somewhere like Dagenham and Redbridge or something like that.
No, he weren't at Dagenham, definitely not. But yeah, something like that.
He
one of those lower league teams.
my mates would be bigging up about it.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and he's come up through the thing. I'd enjoy seeing Antonio, and he's powerful. He's sort of... I don't know.
He would break Robin.
Yeah,
Robin trying to run into him, hits Antonio. Out for the rest of the season.
But England have 2 big friendlies. We'll go through predictions later, but to talk about it in a bit more depth, Germany and Holland, it ain't going to be easy.
But this is a chance to show what we're made of. Is this squad genuinely good enough to get to the semi-finals?
Well, to be fair, you say that. I'd want us to build on any results we get. I remember a couple of years ago, just before the World Cup, we beat Spain at home. did nothing in the World Cup. But we beat Spain at home, do you know what I mean? If we get any sort of good result, if we beat Germany or beat Holland, I want us to build on it.
Because we got Germany away in Berlin on Saturday, and then we are home to Holland on
I think we can beat
the
Holland.
29th.
I think we'd be disappointed if we didn't beat Holland. Holland have been dreadful lately. They haven't qualified for
But you know what would happen? The Memphis Depay would
he's gone to any.
Yeah,
Memphis Depay's going to score a hat-trick, and he's just going to go to all the people sort of criticise him on Twitter, just like, take that.
Depay and Van Persie show.
Yeah.
But no, I'm confident.
Wesley Schneider will pop up as well.
I'll be honest, I'm confident
Robin
that our side can actually get the results to show that we are capable.
Germany in Berlin's going to be a tough game.
I reckon we can, if we can sneak a draw in Berlin and win at Holland, I reckon we've got a decent platform.
Although, stay positive.
If
in 2001, when it was the qualifying for the World Cup, we went to Berlin, and everyone was going, "No, you got no chance. England aren't going to qualify." We beat Germany 5-1.
A young lad called Michael Owen.
Young lad, yeah, exactly. You might see Jamie Vardy write himself into history by scoring a hat-trick in Berlin.
He isn't young.
Internationally, he is.
Yeah.
That would be quite brilliant, actually. So yeah, England 2 big friendlies. We'll move on to the friendlies in a little bit when we do predictions. There's actually some pretty decent mouth-watering friendlies. So, but we'll move to Gareth Bale. The Real Madrid forward has joined a successful list of British and Irish abroad players. He's made history this weekend. He's the highest scoring British player in La Liga history.
Bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
That was weird, yeah. One ahead of Gary Lineker, who scored goals during his time at Barcelona. I actually feel really bad for Bale during his time in Real Madrid.
He's come under so much criticism.
He hasn't deserved it. No. This is proof that he hasn't gone to Real Madrid and been a world beater like many people expected he could.
I think it's because of the price. It's definitely because of the price tag.
Injuries haven't helped as well.
Yeah.
He has been injured quite a lot at Madrid, which is he'd never had during his time at Tottenham.
Yeah.
So that hasn't helped. He's 26 now and he's got 43 league goals over that time. So that's a pretty decent record.
Well, 43 goals in 76 games. That's an amazing
bad,
record.
do you know what I mean? And the fact, I think, that he's playing with Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't help him, because people look at Ronaldo and Bale during these past 3 years or whatever it's been for him and gone, Bale is as good as Ronaldo on price.
Yeah.
He's not on talent, do you know what I mean? It's just that Daniel Levy's very, very good at getting money.
I think the one thing, like, I'm looking at his record in all other competitions quickly. His record is not that good when you come away from La Liga. Like, the Cup, he's only ever scored one goal. Like, I'm guessing this is like the Copa del Rey. He's only ever scored one goal in it, and that was the goal against Barcelona.
But you would say that the moments he's had for Real Madrid during his career, you say that goal against Barcelona when he
the
ran
big
for
goal
his own
against
half.
Atletico in the final.
Yeah, exactly.
But
he won the Champions League for them.
But I think that is why they think he's not good enough, is because his record in all other competitions is just not good enough. Like, he's got 25 appearances in the Champions League for Real Madrid, 8 goals. That's not bad, but for Real Madrid, that's not good enough.
It's quite amazing that we saw this record get broken 20 years later. When you consider the players that have gone to play in Spain, Michael Owen, for example, if he didn't have the injuries,
he was only there for a year, though.
I know, because he had his injuries. If he didn't have the injuries,
I think he would have become one of the best strikers. He would be up there with
Raul and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Even Beckham, I know he's not a goal scorer, but you'd have thought he'd have got enough goals to beat Lineker's records.
Thing is, even when he was at United, he never scored that many.
No.
Like, he never hit the 100 mark with Manchester United, I don't think. So I don't think you can really put him in that bracket. But
I just meant because he was there for about 6 years or so.
I do understand what you mean, is that there's so many players that have gone over from English football that you think they could do it, but they just haven't.
Yeah.
In 116 league appearances, Beckham only scored 13 La Liga goals.
He'll be disappointed with that. 13 goals in 4 seasons.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad record, to be fair.
And for United, he got 62.
So, yeah. So we'll move on to the Italian leagues then. Inter Milan chief. I can't say his name. What's his name? Michael Bolingbroke. I don't even. That's
I'm not even going to try and rephrase what you just said.
That is legitimately his name.
You have to be very careful saying that one.
Yeah.
He said that he can see the merit in the idea of Champions League wildcards. This is the whole thing where Barcelona want to invite teams into the competition that haven't qualified through the league. This is this whole sort of, yeah.
Did you see Dortmund's banner about it against Tottenham?
I did. We can't repeat
We
what
can't
was on the
repeat
banner,
it, but they made their opinions very known.
What, like, so if a team that like finished 5th, for instance, you could invite them in?
Well, it's not that it's invite. It's on their history. If
sort of like a wild card playoff between.
So a load of something I'm not gonna say, but yeah, it's a load of sugar.
Yeah.
You share the idea with Dortmund.
Yeah. There is one quote on this article that really sort of intrigues me that I want to talk about, and I spoke about this a little bit before we went on air. He said, the TV income distribution here in Italy is based on performance, not just in the last year, but in the last 5 and last 50. There's a merit to that. No, there isn't. There is not a merit to that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you won the Champions League 50 years ago. You can be on TV this week. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that.
No.
That's why you've got the likes of Napoli, Lazio, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus, and Roma. Financially well ahead of the rest.
Yeah.
Because they're on TV every 2 weeks at least. All of those teams are, which is ridiculous. As I said to you guys off air, it's the exact same as the likes of Nottingham Forest or Derby County being week in, week out in the on the TV.
Because at the end of the day, they're big sides in their history, but at the end of the day, why would I want to watch them on TV now?
To be fair, right, if they brought this in wildcard, does that mean that Nottingham Forest could play Champions League football?
Oh, please no.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
If they could do like a wildcard playoff, feed like Nottingham Forest v Lazio, winner gets the last group stage spot, because there's always that reserve spot for the title holder, and then if the title holder also qualifies through their league, then they promote someone. If that was like the wildcard playoff, Nottingham Forest v Lazio, based on history alone, that could be quite entertaining.
I'll tell you one thing I'm getting fed up of, because it's happened over the last 3 weeks now, is big names coming out thinking, because they're so popular and so powerful in the game, that they can say whatever they like and they think it's going to work.
It's happened in the last 3 weeks.
Enrique, I think, what about 6-month contracts? No.
Yeah.
Just because you're a big name and you've won a few titles with Barcelona does not mean what you're saying here is right.
What I would say about this whole thing is the fact that history is what the reason for them to have Champions League football, and how stupid that is because in that case you're genuinely saying if next season Inter Milan don't finish in the top 4 so that they don't get Champions League football for the season after, but they get this wild card position, they turn around and go, well, you guys who won it for us in the 70s, thanks guys, we're now playing Champions League football next season. Not because we deserve it, because we've played well. We've had a terrible season. We're going to lose all our games because we're a terrible football team at the moment. But thank you.
I'll tell you one thing they should bring back then.
Villa will be in the Champions League.
Apoel Nicosia.
Oh God.
Yes, mate.
Ajax.
Or what's it? The team that was in our group a few years back, Nordsjælland.
In that case, genuinely, if history is more important than performance in
Ajax,
European football,
PSV.
Ajax should automatically be given a Champions League final place every season.
Yeah.
And they should always play Celtic. That's the Champions League final every season because they've got the history.
That would be one boring final.
Exactly. It's on performance. Jesus. I'm going to move on.
Jesus.
Where's Graham when we need him? We'll move on. We'll move on to the 2020 World Cup.
2022. 2020 is the Euros.
2022 World Cup, Glastonbury level, it seems. Supporters at the World Cup in Qatar, if it goes ahead, it still probably could get called off.
Not enough time.
Well, yeah. Could be housed in traditional Bedouin style desert camps. It's not Padouin. It's
basically you're going to be in a tent.
Yeah, you're going to be in a tent. Some of the 500,000 fans expected in the Gulf nation might be accommodated under canvas near stadiums. Now, anyone who's listening that has gone like camping in a tent or anything knows that you use the pegs and you put it in the mud, and that's why the tent stays down in the dirt. There's no dirt in Qatar. It's all sand. It's not going to work. The tents will just be blowing off.
No. What they have to do is they have to put it in the ground
and just hold
in the sand. No, and then put 10 bricks on top of it just to make sure it stays in there.
Is that you know you get like volunteers out in the World Cup? Is it you are tent peg?
It's just hold it there all night.
No, you're just gonna have people holding it up, just like the parachute games you had as kids. That's woo.
Actually, to be fair, they are really proving that they might be the tightest country in the world. We've got all this money from the oils and all this. We could build you hotels to stay in.
It's like that.
Here's a tent.
It's like that mate in school when he got like a tenner for lunch, but yeah, he wouldn't buy you anything with it. Like, be like, no, I'm spending it all on myself.
Yeah,
you sod.
Or I could buy you a meal if you want. Here you go. Here's a bread.
here's a top slice of my sandwich.
The thing is, the reason why they don't have that much money because they've got to build the cities. The final city in which the final's going to be in does not exist yet.
Oh, that was so funny when that was posted a few years back. By the way, the final is not even.
It still doesn't exist. They've just managed to because they've got the palm tree on, and they've got to build it like that. They've just built the palm tree at the moment. They haven't actually built anything.
It's like a flag to say, this is where it's going to go.
We'll get round to it in 6 years.
All that's happened is they put the flag down and some people have just done a few selfies with the little bit of ground. That's it. But yeah, no.
They're hosting it in 6 years, and half the stadiums are starting to be built. The other half haven't even been planned, and then 3 cities don't exist yet. And they've got 6 years.
It's not just this, right? At a World Cup, the host nation plays in the tournament. Do Qatar have a football team?
Yes, I think they lost to Iran the other week.
No, but wasn't there a few years back when
it's like Zambia all over again.
Oh gosh, no.
Is it like I can't remember. It's some like player for Charlton that used to play for Qatar. The thing is, you're gonna have players
playing El Kadori.
Playing for Qatar that are from Eastleigh. Aren't they? They're going to be like from Eastleigh. Like
you're going to find a lot of players. Oh, I've suddenly got a Qatarian grandparent, so just to qualify to play for a World Cup.
They won't know how to play. As I say, it'll be like Zambia in the 80s, where it's like, oh, you've got a free kick. I'm going to clear it anyway because I don't know the rules. and then the Qatar player's going to turn around and he's going to be sent off something. He's going to go, nope. Here's $5,000. That's how it works.
No. This is what's going to happen. They're going to get sent off, but what's going to happen is he's just going to go down the tunnel, change his boots, come back on, and be like, "Oh, I thought that's what you meant." Like,
I thought I wanted the red boots today.
To be fair, right, it's a good job this whole FIFA thing's changed, and hopefully it's for the better. Because if not, you'd end up seeing a player get sent off, a Qatar player, and then the referee and the player will both look to the stand where Sepp Blatter's there, and Sepp Blatter will slowly shake his head, and the referee will go, "Oh, okay, no problem. Play on." Do you know what I mean?
Whereas I know like we're going a bit off topic here, but do you remember the 2006 World Cup when that player got booked 3 times?
Oh God,
Graham Poll.
Yeah.
Oh, Graham.
And literally, like he done the second booking. I was watching him, and literally I thought, oh yeah, no, he's off now. What a shame. And then I realised, hang on.
He's still here.
He's still got 11 players on the pitch. What's going on? And then
that was purely a mistake.
Thing is, I know we're already writing them off, but at least South Africa won't hold the record now for being the only host nation to fail to get out of the group stage.
You hope.
if Qatar manages to get out the group stage, 1, how much is it? And 2, who was in that group?
To be fair, right, Qatar could probably use all their money, right, and get a football team entirely made out of artificial intelligence, where they've genuinely made them the best football team in the world. They would probably afford it with what's in their back pocket.
I'm telling you now,
they better have a kick-ass opening ceremony with the amount of money. They could get some class acts.
There's going to be a flag going over in one of those Western sort of...
Tumbleweed.
There we go.
I'm telling you now, England fans can protest after the Qatar World Cup.
We're not allowed to drink there.
Wait, if we are in the same group as Qatar and they do as well as Costa Rica and we finish bottom,
I guarantee you
we can protest them, because that is disgusting.
I guarantee you the England fans will, if we qualify, it's a long way away yet. They'll turn around and go, "Oh, we can't drink." Nah.
Wayne Rooney will
I'll
cry.
watch it on TV. It's all right. To be fair, anyone who does go is just going to be sunburnt and like There'll be no one at the games because everyone's in the hotel with a cold flannel on their head
and the hangover.
Sunstroke.
Thing is, they're hosting it in their winter, which is still about 20 odd degrees in like November, December time. So it's like Sorry, kids, we don't have Christmas presents, but we're spending the week out in Qatar to get sunburned like hell.
Got to be Australian all over again.
Let's move on from the rant about Qatar hosting the most controversial World Cup in history.
Damn tents.
Damn it.
Right,
on be team tents.
Team tents. Tentgate.
It's like the Quidditch World Cup.
Yes!
It genuinely is. That's just weird.
They've probably got enough money to do that.
On that note, to be fair, I know it's a little bit off topic, but the Quidditch World Cup, they've got all this magic. Why are they in tents?
Have I ever seen how big the tents are, though?
Student loans.
Sorry, they're Time Lords.
Time Lords.
We'll move on to the predictions this weekend. We're on track, actually, time-wise, guys. This is pretty good. We're doing well.
Don't say that now.
But we've got a select sort of portion of international fixtures over the next couple of weeks. Wednesday there's some international fixtures, but to be quite honest with you, there's not hardly any interesting ones. The best international friendly.
So how's this going to work? We've got to find a player that has...
Oh yeah. But because anyone who's listened to us over the last 2 months or so will know we've tried to make it a little bit interesting for us with the predictions, where we've sort of chose a player that's played for both of the sides and gone, I don't know, say it's a West Ham Liverpool, you've gone, it's the Andy Carroll derby, that sort of game. Can't quite do that for internationals.
Well, Diego Costa.
Well, yeah. But what we're going to do, we're going to say, instead of a player that's played for both teams, a player that's playing for one team, but on his club level, is playing in that league. Everyone clear on that, yeah?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah.
We're good?
Can we start with an easy one so
we'll
get
try.
it out of the way?
We've still got to go in terms of what's there on the dates. As I say, Wednesday, there's not really anything sort of to
easy.
No, probably the best game there is probably Poland-Serbia, so there's not much going on. We'll skip that. We will skip that. And we'll move on to Thursday then, where there's a couple more interesting games. We'll start... This is still going to be tough for us, but it's a game we should probably mention on our prediction. The Republic of Ireland are in action. They're away to Denmark. I don't think anyone can come up with anything there, which may be difficult. The closest we've got is probably Christian Eriksen playing for Spurs in England. That's as close to Ireland as it's going to get, isn't it?
Well, then you could say Nicholas Bender, as well.
Is there anyone in the Ireland squad that's played in Denmark? If anyone knows this, genuinely, let us know. Because I'd be absolutely amazed if there is.
It doesn't have to be current; it could be past as well.
Kasper Schmeichel may have played in Ireland once.
No.
On loan when he was about 6. I don't know. We'll just do predictions then for this one. Matt Tye.
Alright, so it's Ireland
away to Denmark.
Away to Denmark.
Can I just say it's Iceland, not Ireland, at Denmark.
Oh, I need glasses.
Oh, you idiot!
It's Northern Ireland at Wales, Iceland at Denmark. We are so sorry for the Irish we have insulted and the Icelandics.
Right,
well, we're going to do it now. Denmark, Iceland.
Right, so it's Denmark, Iceland.
Denmark, Iceland, Gylfi Sigurdsson, that one.
Right, okay then.
Eidur Johnson might have played in Denmark.
He might have done, to be fair.
I'm just going to go 2-0 Iceland.
2-2, Lord Bentner v Gylfi Sigurdsson.
3-0 Denmark, Bentner and Eriksson.
Versus Ireland or Iceland?
Both. Why not?
If their next friendly is Denmark Ireland, future.
In the Czech Republic, Scotland will be in action. Czech Republic versus Scotland. That's one. Genuinely, it says Scotland. I'm certain it does. I'm not going blind. The Scots are away to Czech Republic.
Just saying it so many times just to confirm it. The Czechs are us.
I genuinely... Oh my god, this is really difficult.
Once again, the closest you're going to get is probably Riziki and Czech in England.
Well, the closest you're probably going to get is someone that's accidentally gone through that country to try and get a transfer. Like that is the closest you're going to get.
I went on holiday once. Yeah.
What? Someone went on holiday to Scotland? Those poor things.
I was thinking more Czech Republic.
Yeah, true.
So Czech Republic, Scotland. Predictions, Matt Thowney.
I'm going to go boring 0-0.
1-0 to the Czech Republic.
2-0 Scotland.
I thought you were going to say an exciting...
Go on, Scotland.
I thought you were going to say like an exciting 0-0 there.
Exciting.
End-to-end 0-0. Italy versus Spain is one I'm certain we can do. Surely.
Ciro Immobile plays for Torino and former Sevilla player.
But he's Italian.
Yeah, it's Italy, Spain.
No, I meant like he plays in Spain at the moment, or plays in.
He's
Italy.
on loan. I think he's on loan from Sevilla.
Oh, he's on loan. That would.
Okay, we got to think of one each. I think this is possible.
It's Gonzalo Higuain. He's at Napoli, and I'm sure he's Spanish.
Yeah, he played for Real Madrid.
So
no, he's Argentinian.
He's Argentinian.
Well,
Stop insulting nations.
There's got to be someone, surely.
Oh god.
Oh god.
This is really bad.
There's got to be someone in that Italian squad that plays for a La Liga team. Surely. If anyone knows, let us know on the
Don't you
YouTube
dare
comments.
look.
Damn!
Don't you dare look.
We're struggling here.
There's got to be, surely.
I'm trying to think of their strikers. I don't think there is
A
one.
defender or something.
What about
Look it up.
Oh, Jeppe Rossi. Didn't he? Isn't he like in the Spanish league? And he used to play.
He has played in the Spanish league, definitely.
And he played in. I'm pretty sure he's played in Italy. He must have played in Italy.
He's Italian.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, he must have played in Italy.
No, he has played in Italy. Yeah.
There we go.
That's something. We'll change
He'll
the rules a little. Why
He'll
not?
definitely be in the squad. He would definitely. He's been on form this year, I think, as well.
Who is it?
Jeppe Rossi,
Former Man United guy.
the guy that done that weird transfer and then weirdly just walked. No.
No, he spelled it wrong.
No.
I'm just looking up. I tried to spell his name, but I couldn't get it right, so I'm just going to go Italy squad. You guys chat. Do you guys do predictions?
Chat between ourselves.
Hello there, Kyle.
There's got to be someone.
Actually, no one is.
There is generally no one in the
no one
Italian
in the
squad
squad.
that's playing for a Spanish team. What about the other way around? Surely.
There's got to be, yeah.
Right, an Italian player.
There's gotta be
Do
someone
your
in the Spanish
predictions
squad.
while I'm on Wikipedia, please.
This whole idea is going brilliantly. This is just brilliantly.
Oh, dear.
Matt Tye prediction.
Okay.
Morata at Juventus.
Hey! Finally.
What's the next one you're going to do so I can get ahead of you?
No, we genuinely got to try and think.
Mandzukic.
He's Croatian.
Huh?
He's Croatian.
No, but he's played for Atletico, isn't he?
But he's Croatian.
Wait, hang on.
Stop insulting nations.
While we explain the concepts of international matches to Thowney, I'm going to go with a 2-1 Spain win.
Did Matt
I
Tye give his
didn't
prediction?
even do mine.
Give us your
Calm
prediction.
your tits.
Give us your prediction.
Right. I'm gonna go.
It doesn't get easier.
No. Well, I bet it don't.
Doesn't get easier.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Italy.
I'm going 2-2. Big game. It's, to be fair, it's two big European giants, so it should be entertaining stuff. The next one we're going to go with is an all-British affair. Wales versus Northern Ireland.
And we are sure that it is Northern Ireland.
Is it Northern something? I'm pretty sure it's Northern Ireland. Northern India?
North India.
No, Northern Ireland. This is going to be tough. This is going to be very tough. Is there anyone in the Northern Ireland squad that's played for a Welsh team, or anyone in the Wales squad that's played for an Irish team?
I've just searched Wales and no. And no again from the Northern Ireland team. Although they have someone from Australia.
Brilliant, yeah. Aaron Hughes, legend. A legend that he's Aaron Hughes. Former Villa player, former Newcastle player.
Oh my god, yeah.
I didn't
Fulham
realise.
as well.
Played
didn't
for
really-
Albion, didn't he, as well?
Didn't.
No, I don't.
I didn't realise he was still playing.
For him.
He went from Brighton to Melbourne City. That's a good move. That's a very good move.
His wife's just like, thank you.
He went from QPR to Brighton to Melbourne. That's a great career path.
Right, so
yeah, predictions. Wales versus Northern Ireland. Which team is going to take some momentum into the Euros out of the British one? Both are there, of
Wales,
course.
definitely.
Wales.
I think. I think Northern
Moving on.
Ireland will really struggle. Like now we're in 2016.
Although Northern Ireland did win their squad, their group. I mean,
Yeah, if Leicester can win the Premier League,
we
Northern
were having
Ireland
a
can
mare
win the
here.
Euros.
At least I haven't insulted anyone yet.
Well, we'll get prediction then. Goal scoring prediction.
2-0 Wales.
3-0 Wales. Sorry, I was eating a hula hoop.
4-0 Wales. Why not?
Other crisps are available.
I think.
Do that BBC thing.
Is this at the? I'm sure it's probably at the Cardiff City Stadium because they'd never play at the Millennium Stadium anymore,
Or the
do they,
Liberty.
Wales?
Or...
Why have they stopped playing at the Millennium Stadium? It's the best stadium in Wales.
I thought you was about to say Britain. I was like, no.
Because Welsh football can't actually fill it. they're genuinely
genuinely the reason. Yeah,
that is genuinely the reason they've played there before, and they've only managed to fill out one.
Want some aloe vera?
Maybe two.
You just got burned.
Okay, then Holland versus France on Friday night is where we're going next. There has to be someone in that Holland squad that's playing in France, or the other way around. Surely.
Don't you? If you find it, don't you dare say it out loud.
Okay.
You are now out.
Fine.
Surely there has to be.
What about someone from France that's in the Dutch league?
One of you do France, one of you do Holland.
What is there, one in each?
You do Holland, I'll do France.
In what way though? Am I
anyone in the Holland team
that has played in the French league?
In the French league. I'm going to give you the tougher one.
Oh good lord! I don't think there is anyone.
There's a player in the France squad from the Mexican league.
Maybe we should change the rules.
Yeah, there's no.
I think we're really strong. Why don't we just go for a player that used to, rather than thinking of a player?
Well, any French player that's in the Dutch leagues or has been in the Dutch league.
Henry. He has played for Ajax for a bit. Right at the beginning.
I don't think he did.
I
think you're thinking of Bergkamp.
No, that's a very.
I don't think Henry played for Ajax.
Come on, internet load.
I'm pretty sure.
The Wi-Fi down here.
I don't think he did.
I think he did. Oh, that would be brilliant if I've got that. Hang on.
Thierry
Henry. Oh no!
Yes.
I got you confused with Monaco.
So yeah, if there is anyone who knows, we're having a pretty dreadful time of this here. We've got a prediction anyway.
I've lost internet. I was like generally.
Our internet's.
I've got this.
I've lost everything.
We're all down to Matt Thowney now. Holland versus France then.
I'm back.
Matt Thowney.
Hang on, I'm trying to find out if Dennis Bergkamp played in the. Damn it, he didn't play in France. Okay, Holland versus France. I'm gonna go 2-1 France.
Surely Edgar Davids played for France. Played in the French team. Did he not play for PSG?
No, he played in Italy, didn't he?
He also played. I swear he did like a tour of Europe because he also played. In
Tour of Europe. Get tickets for Edgar Davids.
No, he didn't.
Damn.
No.
This is dreadful. Matt Tye, your prediction.
What did he go for?
I went 2-1 France.
Yeah, I'll tend to agree with you there. 2-1 France.
3-1 France. Why not?
This time, Republic of Ireland are genuinely playing. Genuinely, they are at home to Switzerland.
Oh God.
There might be someone here. It's got to be.
Yeah, but this is the Republic of Ireland league.
Yeah. Oh. No, go the opposite way. Oh yeah, but what Ireland player? What St. Ireland player would go over to Switzerland?
Oh,
they do good chocolate.
Yeah, but it's boring over in Switzerland. Like no wars happen, nothing happens over there.
That's a good thing. I'd like to say for the 5th time we are sorry, respective nations that are listening. Graham is not on the show, but we're making up for it today.
This is the Arcade Football Podcast countries insulting version. Jesus. Republic of Ireland, Switzerland. I'm just going to go for a prediction, Matt Thowney. The closest we've got to this is probably Glenn Whelan playing with Jordan Shaqiri. Oh, dear. That might have been a different way to go about it, actually. But yeah.
No, it wouldn't have been.
Players who play with players of that nation.
That would have been a much better way, actually.
Yeah. Teammate wars.
I'm going 1-0.
2-1 Republic of Ireland.
2-0
Republic of Ireland. Home advantage. Why not?
Well, I can tell you why not. But
all right. Should we go for the easy one, or just can?
Well, yeah, Germany, England. Why not? Germany, England. We can do that one. Let's reel them off. Owen Hargreaves, Michael Ballack,
Schürrle.
Yeah, Schürrle. There's lots more.
Mertesacker.
Kevin Keegan.
Kevin. That's a good shout.
Old school.
Good shout. There has to be more than that. There has to be more England players played in Germany.
Or German players that have played in England.
There is more German players, there is, but...
Well, Mertesacker.
Jens Lehmann.
Lehmann.
Podolski. Podolski, yes. I'm trying to think of the lower teams. There's one to throw out there, isn't there? There's got to be.
Oh, God.
There's got to be.
I don't like the white noise. Can we just get on with it?
Yeah, but yeah, we've named a few at least this time. Germany, England, probably the biggest game definitely for the English of the international break. In Berlin, we spoke a bit about it earlier. Can they pull it off, Matt Tye?
I'm gonna go 1-0 Germany. I think. I've just got a feeling that it's gonna
hand in your English flag.
I'll have your England shirt, please.
No,
I don't like how I said English flag and he gave me Doritos. So 1-0 Germany, Matt Tye says. Matt Tye?
1-0.
I'm going 3-1 England. Why not?
Well,
yeah.
Manuel Sweeper-Keeper Neuer.
Yes.
And also it's, the world champions.
Yes, but they have...
If Scotland can get close, England can't. Romania, Spain. This might be a bit difficult.
A bit difficult. A bit difficult.
Did Mutu play in Spain at all?
Oh no, he played for Fiorentina, didn't he?
Played in Italy.
Hang on, I'll have a look. Let's do this.
Cheating, drum taking.
Predictions anyway.
No, but like if he's right, then he's.
I don't think he has. It was just the only Romanian player I could think of.
He's not even that popular. That he's fourth on on Wikipedia. He's not that popular, is he?
Put in drugs and then Adrian and then
drugs Mutu straight in.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
No, he's only ever played in Italy and other terrible teams in Italy.
Yeah, in Italy or just in general, because I mean we can throw Chelsea in there if you want.
You can hardly call him a Chelsea player. He was only here for 7 weeks and then got banned.
Yeah.
It's like he turned up and went, I've got to do something to get out of here. They won't sell me. No one wants to buy me. Jeremy.
Well, he's on loan at
Jeremy.
He's playing at the moment for
some guy called
AS.
Jeremy.
He's playing at the moment for ASA Trugmu, who are, I'm guessing, yeah, exactly. That's what I can see here.
He's playing for a Japanese TV show.
Takeshi's Castle.
See, again, racist. Stop.
AFC Trugmu.
Sounds like a really bad attempt at saying his name as well. No,
I'm not going to say what I was thinking. No. Oh, okay.
Moving on.
Predictions. Romania, Spain, Matt Tye.
3-0 Spain.
4-0 Spain.
1-0 Romania.
Oh,
okay. Next week as such, Monday, Ukraine versus Wales in Ukraine. Yep. Nope. Me neither. Nope.
Has Bale played over there for Champions League fixture?
He might have done actually. That's a good shout.
Was he on loan there from Southampton?
No, Real Madrid played Shakhtar, didn't they? In one of their Shakhtar in one of their group games.
Probably has at one point. Yeah, that's a good shout. Doesn't really go with the rules. But who cares?
It's the closest we've got.
Shevchenko never played a Welsh side during his time at Chelsea.
Definitely not.
No.
We might have played Cardiff or Swansea in a cup.
Well,
anyway,
Ukraine, Wales predictions, Matt Tye. We've gone past an hour. This is.
It's because of your bloody game. In which we've
quite funny though.
Yeah, because we've been racist to some countries, and I've had to keep apologising every 3 minutes.
Well, yeah. Matt Tye.
1-0 Wales.
2-2.
3-0 Ukraine. Why not? Gareth Bale's going to get injured and miss the Euros.
That's the only way we're going to get through the group.
Northern Ireland, Slovenia.
No, let's just move on. Let's just move on.
Nope. Predictions though? It's definitely Northern Ireland, don't worry.
1-0 Slovenia.
1-0 Northern Ireland.
1-1 then. Why not? Keep it across the board. Moving on to Tuesday, there's a whole host of European fixtures, but there's none really that jumps out at you until you get to the bottom of the page where you see Belgium versus Portugal. Well, that's a difficult one actually, because there probably is someone in the Belgium squad playing in the Portuguese league for Benfica.
Did Axel Witsel used to play in the
Yes,
Portuguese
he did. He used to play for Benfica. That's a very good shout. We'll take it. Predictions, Matt Tye.
2-0 Belgium.
2-0 Belgium.
I'm going to go...
Go on.
1 Belgium.
Join us. Oh, you such.
Join us.
Germany, Italy is probably the easiest one we're going to do, actually. Mario Gomez
Which one?
Germany, Italy.
Germany, Italy.
Mario Gomez, Sami Khedira, playing for Juve at the minute. What about the other way around? There's got to be someone in the Italian squad playing in Germany. Immobile. No. He used to play in Germany. He's playing for Dortmund a couple of years ago. There's plenty more, surely. I hope. Maybe. I don't know.
If we keep doing this, we will be out at 1 hour, 1.5 hours.
We're nearly at the end, don't worry. Germany, Italy predictions, Matt Tye.
2-0 Germany.
Matt Tye?
4-0 Germany. Demolition job.
2-2.
Oh.
Italy are a lot better than you guys realise. Ireland versus...
No, I appreciate Italy are good, but...
In defence.
Apart
from that, that's it.
Ireland, Slovakia.
Republic of Ireland.
Republic of Ireland, Slovakia. Definitely Ireland. Matt Tye?
2-0 Slovakia. No, Ireland.
We only take the first answer. Matt Tye?
Republic of Iceland 2.
You've won. No, I'm going to go 3-0 Ireland. Easy. Republic of Ireland. England, Holland. This is an easy one. We said a few earlier. Memphis Depay.
Rude Hullet.
Yeah. Iron Robin.
Ron Vlaar. Wilfred Boomer. Boom. Sorry.
Boomer.
Legend.
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk.
Nathan Akai.
Yeah.
Is Darmian Dutch?
No.
What nationality is he?
Italian.
Oh,
yeah.
Van
der Sar.
Van der Vaart.
Wesley Sneijder hasn't played in England.
No.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Oh.
Edgar Davids. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. There's plenty. There's no one that's played... I don't think an English player's ever played in Holland. Wait, no. The guy who was on loan from Chelsea. And he went out on loan from Chelsea to Holland, to Vitesse Arnhem.
We've got a few. Dominic Solanke.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Josh McEachran.
Those are the ones I was thinking of. There we go. So we've got both ends.
But no big
no one's big played.
No one big yet, because they're all at least under 20.
And the Holland.
You sure Keegan never played?
No, he only went to Germany.
He only went Germany, yeah.
England versus Holland then, Matt Thowney.
I'm going to go 3-1 England.
3-3-1. Is that formation? 3-1, yeah? Matt Tye.
2-0 England.
I'm going to go 3-0 England. I'm being positive. Why not? France, Russia. Forget the game. No chance. Prediction, Matt Tye.
2-0 Russia.
What? Russia?
Yeah.
Away to France?
Yeah. What?
This has been the arc. Fair enough. Yeah. Matt Tye?
3-0 France.
You went for a Romania win against a big team. Why am I getting this? But Romania didn't even make the World Cup.
I did it for the lols. 4-0 France. Scotland, Denmark to round us off then. They played Scotland, not Ireland. Damn it. They had to play Scotland though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going there. Martin Larsson's played in England, but that's about it, and he was Danish, so.
Woo, serve a few people.
Woo! Matt Thowney.
1-0.
2-1 Denmark.
3-1 Denmark. And that's the end of the international fixtures. Thankfully. We haven't got time for Matt Tye's roundup of the MLS, unfortunately. So you will have to check out his article, which will be up pretty soon, we hope.
Yeah.
Ish. Check out the blog and the Facebook for that. And keep up to date with the blog, Facebook and the Twitter over the next 2 weeks or so, because there will be updates on when the next episode will be due to the break in schedules in terms of Easter and whatnot. We're not expecting to be doing a show next week or the week after at the moment. That could change, so do check the blog and the Facebook.
Definitely a minimum of a 1 week.
Definitely of a week. So yeah, make sure you check out those blogs, as we say. I've been Carl Dixon, joined by the two Matts.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And make sure you join us whenever we next on air, I suppose is the best way to say it.